I was standing in the middle of the airport in Frankfurt, eyes darting between the departure board and my phone, hands shaking a little, not from cold, but from panic. My connection to Athens had just left the gate. Without me. And the worst part? It wasn't even my fault. Our flight from New York had landed late, like just enough late for me to run full speed through the terminal, heart pounding, only to watch the plane door shut as I skidded to the gate. You know that slow motion moment when your stomach just drops? Yeah, that. The gate agent looked at me with this helpless smile and said, "I'm sorry, they just closed it. There's nothing we can do." I felt completely stranded. I'd never missed a connection before, not like this. And suddenly all the little things started piling up. The Airbnb I'd already paid for, the tour I booked for tomorrow morning, the fact that my checked bag was, who knows where at this point. And I remember thinking, wow, I am absolutely screwed. Now here's the twist. A week earlier, on kind of a whim, I had signed up for this thing I found online called Auras. It's like travel insurance, but it felt more modern, less sketchy than those other sites that look like they haven't been updated since 2004. I literally bought it while I was waiting in line at the coffee shop, mostly because it covered flight delays and missed connections, and I was already stressed about the tight layover. So, in the middle of the Frankfurt airport, I pulled up the Auras app on my phone. I half expected to deal with a 24-hour form submission and maybe, get a tiny refund 3 months from now. But that didn't happen. I clicked on missed connection, answered like 4 super short questions, flight number, reason for delay, what happened next, and boom. They covered the new flight I had to book that day. Full reimbursement. No drama. I ended up catching an evening flight to Athens, landing way later than I planned, but still in time to crash at my Airbnb and make that morning tour. And get this, I even got reimbursed for the meal I bought while waiting at the airport. No joke. It's so funny how one tiny decision, something I barely thought about, ended up saving me hundreds of dollars and, honestly, my entire trip. There's this moment when you're traveling where everything feels fragile. Like you're at the mercy of airlines, weather, systems you don't control. And even though we try to plan everything, there's always that one curveball. This was mine. And I can't stop thinking about how lucky I was to be covered when it hit. If you've ever missed a flight or even just been stuck overnight somewhere random, you know that feeling, that "oh God, what now" feeling. And I'm telling you, having that little safety net changes everything. Auras wasn't some giant insurance company where you're just a claim number. It felt more like texting a friend who just gets it and actually helps. So now every time I travel, especially internationally, I make sure I have it. It's just this little thing I do, like packing a charger or double-checking my passport. Not because I expect something to go wrong, but because I know what it feels like when it does. If you're curious, it's called auras.insure. You can Google it, or I'll drop the link in the description. I don't work for them or anything, I'm just grateful. It's kinda wild how peace of mind can come from something so simple. Anyway, I made it to Greece. I got to swim in the Aegean, hike up to the Parthenon, eat my body weight in feta. But that trip will always be the one where travel insurance actually did something real. And now I won't travel without it. Seriously,